Congress to address a fuel shortage. Desmond Keeper announces district projects. And MAF commences emergency response operations. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. The national government is in talks to address the fuel shortage in the long term, exploring options to increase fuel shortage capacity at the Napa Napa oil refinery and Oktedi in Bougainville.
Minister for Rural and Economic Development Joseph Lelang, speaking on behalf of the government, says plans are being considered to ensure a stable fuel supply in the future. He says discussions are underway to increase storage capacity at the Napa Napa oil refinery, as well as Jet A1 fuel storage with Oktedi.
We are also looking at addressing long-term supply issues. And we will be looking at the Napa Napa oil refinery there, the storage capacity. We will be talking to Oktedi, particularly in relation to Jet A1 fuel and storage capacities there. We will be talking to KPH, the Kumul Petroleum, also on the current work they're doing in building storage tanks as well. So we'd also like to address the storage capacity. The main thing is to secure our supply.
He added that the global fuel prices will continue to fluctuate, and one way to address this issue is by increasing the country's fuel storage capacity. Lelang further stated that while these efforts are underway, the government will continue to monitor global prices and work closely with the central bank, as well as authorities like the Independent Consumer and Competition Commission, Customs, and the Internal Revenue Commission to stabilize not only fuel prices but also the cost of goods and services across the country.
I want to inform that the central bank has been directed to look into the management of monetary policy in addressing price stability in the country. That's very important. They will be also looking into the exchange rate with a view to pegging that against the US dollar to create stability and ensure price currency convertibility.
Meanwhile, ICCC Chief Executive Officer Roy Dagi says Napa Napa oil refinery involves both the state and Puma Energy, and both parties must work together to find a long-term solution.
The project agreement is between the state and formerly Interoil, but now it's Puma. It's a legal and contractual agreement which from the ICCC doesn't have any say around it, because it's the party that need to negotiate when the term of the contract expires, and then whether to extend or whether to terminate, and then look at how they want to going forward. But we share the same concerns around domestic supply security.
Charlie Dumavi, National EMTV News.
The national government will place the 1 billion kina fuel subsidy with the central bank for fuel suppliers to access. This is expected to give confidence to fuel suppliers to continue importing fuel in advance during this period.
Minister for Rural and Economic Development Joseph Lelang confirmed that the subsidy will be available through the central bank to support fuel importers. He says this is one of the measures the government is taking to address the current rise in fuel prices.
The subsidy will be located and placed within the Central Bank of Papua New Guinea, so that when the importers of fuel want to import and place their order, they should be comforted by the fact that yes, there is funds in there. They can make a month, 2 or 3 month signal to the supplier overseas that they want to order this much. And that is very important. So the subsidy will go towards the point of purchase, and that will assist to support, address the price differentials, particularly when you calculate the insurance premium, the import parity price of fuel coming into the country, including the freight cost and the transportation.
He added that the government is in talks with fuel suppliers in the country to work together to address this issue.
We have met with the fuel importers ExxonMobil, Puma. We will be meeting with Octedi shortly to address the fundamentals of the subsidization and also to address the mechanisms. How is the subsidy going to work out? How is it going to flow through? And how are they going to come through?
Lelang further stated that fuel prices are expected to revert to the March prices by Wednesday this week. Charlie Dumavi, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, the chief legal advisor to the state and Minister Pila Niningi has issued a warning to fuel service stations and distributors to revert to the approval fuel prices. He said those who continue to evade regulations and illegally charge higher prices will face legal actions.
Minister Niningi explained that the 1 billion kina approved by Cabinet is specifically aimed at stabilizing fuel cost in the country until the end of May. He acknowledged public concerns that some fuel suppliers and service station operators may attempt to take advantage of the global fuel price surge despite the government subsidy. Mr. Niningi said police will assist in monitoring and enforcing the law against those who continue to burden citizens with high fuel cost. He added that the national government is exploring all options to address the situation and is working closely with the United States and other partners to find solutions and stabilize fuel prices in the coming months. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Landowners of Mount Kare have appealed to the government to issue an exploration license to a nationally owned company to begin exploration of the Mount Kare project.
Chief landowner of Mount Kare, Simon Kambe, said project work stopped in 2014 and nothing has been done since. He added that many chiefs who had been advocating for the project have since passed on. Representing the landowners and future generations, he is calling on the government to grant an exploration license to a national company that understands the needs of the people and can deliver benefits for both the community and the country.
Usar company min give this la, people like him, gaman lo look na give him this like exploration license law so that all can develop in mind. Mas look lo ma eman company got money, and then expertise long development mind.
He also highlighted the ongoing lack of basic government services in Mount Kare, describing the situation as unacceptable given the area's vast resource potential. Communities continue to face challenges in accessing infrastructure, employment opportunities, and essential services.
Noka road na place lo Mount Kare and lo side lo development and nogate. Mia bilong gaman long, emas long project side or landowners is long.
Mount Kare leadership believes that decisive government action at this stage will not only unlock the project's full potential, but also set a national precedent for responsible, inclusive and locally driven resource development.
Gaman long, we like him started more future generations of several masigat equity blow la 10% we like more kisim na mixing na give more na amigen pass on.
Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
Residents of Wau and Watu that reside at the 6th compound in Morobe province have been given directive by the Provincial Police Commander, Chief Superintendent Samson Sigiyaru, to bring forward the suspects of the alleged murder of a young man.
The deceased young man from Biangai village on Wau Waria was allegedly murdered by the suspects believed to be from Waria community at 6th compound settlement. The Biangai community retaliated and set up a roadblock along the main road highway leading to Waria and Garaina, sending a strong message to the suspects to appear before the police. With intervention efforts from the police, it was unsuccessful for police to remove the roadblock, even though local Hempi, together with police, combined and tried to intervene. It did not work out. PPC Sigu Yaru stated on Wednesday 8 April the roadblock was successfully dismantled, bringing back normal traffic flow. He confirmed the warrior community at 6 compound as yet to surrender the suspects. Benson Wema, National MTV News.
National MTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja nak? Yum.
Beef stiff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Buy EasyPay with Telecom. Simply top up and purchase EasyPay from your phone. Here's how to buy. Dial *775#, enter the meter number, enter the amount, press 1 to confirm, and receive SMS with voucher and transaction reference number. Great value and PNB-owned sure feels good. Drop in to your nearest Telecom store or kiosk to top up and buy EasyPay. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Morning Plus, we're ready to go.
Daytech, the largest communication technology solution and services provider in PNG. We have the best brands and huge range of products for students, home users, small and medium business, corporate and enterprises. At Daytech, we have sound business practices and strong affiliations with some of the largest technologies in the world. We offer large range of genuine HP inks and toners at competitive prices with mid-range to high-end printers to suit your environment. Check out our special offers at our retail shops today. Daytech, innovative solutions, value services.
Most of the land acquired in the colonial eras has been all fully occupied, and so there is a need to expand beyond the state boundaries to acquire more land.
Join us 7 p.m. tonight on In Focus as we feature discussions on customary land reform in Papua New Guinea.
The territorial area of a certain place comes under the claim domain, but not necessarily precise ownership.
That's on tonight.
This bloke can play. They get another chance. They can't get a better chance. The big game specialist has sealed the deal in Vegas. An elegant left foot shot. Oh, he's got. Here's Walker. Oh, Fafita out wide. And he's one try away from equaling Ken Irvine's record.
This has been swept under the rug for so long.
That veil of secrecy that we don't want these things talked about.
Russian soldiers, I just killed them.
People have been recruited through coercion, money.
Why are you doing this interview?
The public has the right to know.
Don't touch the camera yet.
It's a project that's supposed to prevent deforestation.
This tells me that China is keeping this government together.
So the figures were fudged, made up?
Absolutely.
Four Corners.
You're watching National MTV News. The Cook Swamp Road will be sealed along with the road from Moga to Keta as part of the Member for Days inaugural major projects in the Date District. This was highlighted by the member for Day, Desmond Kipper.
A total of 30.7 million kina has been released by the Treasury Department from the 66 million budget submitted for Day District. This was confirmed by the chairman for Day District Development Authority and member for Day, Desmond Paul Kipper. He said several major projects will be rolled out, with most focusing on road infrastructure. Mr. Kipper said the first project is the sealing of the Cook Agriculture Site Road to allow tourists to visit the historical site valued at 6 million kina.
Any plan, any service by go. That man a kui me kopte tinenge. You must get plan for you, and you must get budget for you.
He added that the Moga to Katakori Road will also be sealed.
Dr. National Government said, me got on this road that you must give money and me on this road.
Mr. Kipper added that the Kodna to Rulna Road will be upgraded. A submission worth of 20 million kina has been made to the Department of National Planning, and the district is awaiting approval to seal off the Rulna Road. He said 2 other roads were also included in the submission for sealing works. Mr. Kipper said contracts have been awarded to credible contractors to ensure long-lasting road infrastructure. While thanking the local leader and elite in the district, Willie Coy urged everyone to work together to develop the district within this short time frame.
Let's go, guys. No one talk backside. This one meaningless. They are meaningless. That you need boom one time. That you need only man one time. That you need one that talk to one that thing. Price per change. They also got 8 plantation.
Mr. Coy added that the district is rich in agricultural activities, including 3 coffee plantations, which can help grow the district's economy. Samantha Solomon, National EMTV News, Mount Hagen.
The Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology officially launched its Gender Equity and Social Inclusion Policy Program in Port Moresby today, highlighting inclusive governance and equal participation of women, youth and persons living with disabilities to ensure all citizens contribute meaningfully to national development.
Gender equity and social inclusion is a framework designed to address unequal power relations, promote fairness and ensure equal access to opportunities, rights and resources for all individuals, regardless of gender, ethnicity, age, disability or social status. During the launch, GESI Committee Chair and Deputy Secretary Ruth Phillip said the policy calls for collective participation in the higher education sector to promote equality among all citizens. She further emphasized that education is a pathway to promoting fairness and justice in societies across Papua New Guinea.
This policy does not advocate for any gender that makes one gender inferior to another. It calls for a collective participation in the higher education space, for everyone to be treated equally.
The Secretary for the HEST, Lonnie Baki, said the GESI policy will strengthen fairness and address barriers that are often overlooked.
The thing is that having a specific GESI policy provides a deliberate and structured approach to address barriers that are often overlooked in mainstream policies. It strengthens fairness, participation, and ensures our systems work for everyone.
Development partners also shared their remarks. Country Director for the Asian Development Bank, Takafumi Kadono, said the bank is proud to support the development of the policy.
The Asian Development Bank, thank you for the acknowledgement. I think we only played a small part, but we are very proud to have been able to support this journey throughout our partnership with Dehurst, chiefly under the ongoing Improved TVET for Employment project.
Councillor for Education and Leadership at Australian High Commission, Laura Mason, highlighted that the impact of the policy will depend on its implementation.
The GESI policy provides an important framework to guide Dehurst's higher education reform agenda. It signals a clear commitment to addressing barriers, promoting participation, and embedding inclusive practices across institutions. But we've also heard from many speakers that the impact of this policy will really depend on how it is implemented, how it is resourced, and how it is championed across the system.
The policy will be implemented within the HEST, including technical and vocational education and training centers across the country. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, the DHEST GESI policy outlines strategies for promoting fair and equal professional participation within the Department of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology. This was highlighted by DHEST Executive Manager for Human Resource Management, Josephine Coney, during the launch of the policy today.
The development of DHEST Gender Equity and Social Inclusion Policy began in 2013 and was officially launched today with key stakeholders and partners present to witness the occasion. Providing an overview of the policy, DHEST Executive Manager for Human Resource Management, Josephine Coney, said the policy is grounded under the national constitution, which upholds the protection of human dignity and rights.
No rights for equal participation aligns with the National Public Service GESI policy for 2013, supported by national and international frameworks.
She further outlined the policy's core values.
The policy is guided by core values: honesty, integrity, accountability, respect for human dignity, social inclusion and responsibility, wisdom in decision making.
Coney also noted that the purpose of the policy is to promote fair and equal professional participation within the HEST. She said the policy includes action to address inequality and discrimination through policies, practices, processes, and stakeholder engagement.
Participation addresses inequality and discrimination, encourages leadership, participation, and decision making. It ensures that staff support system, fair training and career opportunities, promotes merit-based recruitments and accountability.
Meanwhile, DHEST Secretary Loni Baki thanked everyone involved in developing the policy to ensure that no one is left behind.
The development of this policy has been a collaborative effort, so I wish to acknowledge and thank everyone involved for your hard work and commitment.
He said the GESI policy will ensure that every citizen participates meaningfully in the development of the country. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
The University of Goroka is preparing to host its 29th graduation ceremony, scheduled for Tuesday and Thursday this week. On Tuesday, the university will honor 1,206 graduates from the education program, and on Thursday, the graduation will feature 863 graduates from the content program.
As the university prepares to host its two-day program, parents and guardians of the graduates have arrived in large numbers, filling the campus with excitement and pride. Many have traveled from across the country to support their loved ones as they mark this significant academic achievement. The 29th graduation ceremony is an important occasion not only for the students but also for their families and the broader university community. Students will graduate in various courses under the two main programs offered at the university. The ceremony will be held at the National Sports Institute field in Goroka. The university's graduation committee has expressed its commitment to ensuring the ceremony runs smoothly and honors the success of graduates from both programs. Edward Luke, National EMTV News, Goroka.
The commissioning of the Napa Napa solar project is set to be conducted tomorrow, Tuesday, 14th April 2026.
This significant project is undertaken by the Kumul Consolidated Holdings. The solar project aims to produce 6 megawatts of power integrated into the PNG power grid. It is a major move forward that targets to diversify the country's energy mix. This major approach further aims to strengthen electricity reliability. Minister for State Enterprise William Duma will be traveling to Napa Napa site outside Port Moresby tomorrow to officiate the commissioning of the Napa Napa solar project. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Mission Aviation Fellowship has begun emergency response operations in the autonomous region of Bougainville following the impact of severe tropical cyclone Myla.
The autonomous Bougainville Government Disaster Department has requested MAF to commence flights to Nissan Island Transporting and Assessment Team along with essential food and medical supplies. A second flight is scheduled to deliver additional relief supplies, with the team expected to return on Tuesday. Further flights are planned as response efforts continues. Although the cyclone has weakened, communities, particularly on the western side of Bougainville, remain in urgent need of assistance. Heavy rainfall, flooding, and fallen trees have cut off road access to key areas including Arava, Sivai, and Buin. Sea travels has also been deemed high risk due to ongoing weather conditions. Reports indicate widespread flooding, landslide, and damaged or washed out roads. MAF deployed an aircraft from Goroka on Sunday, with operations commencing today to support relief efforts. Mimi Pio, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the Nest Fund market report. The Kina closed lower at $0.2311 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your Kina was buying $0.2236 US, $0.3150 Australian dollars, 0.1835 euro, and 35 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed higher, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading higher, and copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed lower, the SX 200 is trading lower, and the All Ordinaries is trading lower. National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Announcing the Skill-Rise School Competition 2026! With monthly prizes of GFI products, student project fees, and a major prize of 25,000 Kina building project funding, you can make a difference! Here's how you can enter. Just buy any 1 kg medium grain or soft and sweet Scout rice and give your child a drop into the entry box provided in selected schools to win! Terms and conditions apply. Skill-Rise, and by you like it.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Central Province is our home.
The tides of the Coral Sea
are our heartbeat. From the coast to the mountains,
traditions pass generation to generation.
The sea and our gardens sustain us.
Our songs carry our legends through time.
Our home is Central Province. Our nation is Papua New Guinea.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National MTV News. Governor Napa said he has never forgotten the district in his service rollout programs across the province. He said his government will counterfund 2 major road sealing projects with 1 million kina each from Moga to Kare and the Cook Swamp Heritage Center Road.
The Western Highlands provincial government will counterfund the road from Moga to Kare with a total of 1 million kina. This was announced by Governor Napa recently during the major projects announcement by the member for the district, Desmond Paul Kipper.
Would you like making long? Moga is one of category. Road from me. From me and from Moga and village from me, sir. Mingrab from Moga. With me, so you will have me committing 1 million road.
Napa also said for the Cook Swamp Road, his government will provide an additional 1 million kina in counter-funding to make sure the sealing is completed. The Western Highlands provincial government has also commenced upgrading works from Ambra to Guman's Bridge.
Okay, Napa Road Cook Park Mountain. This is the road and me making finish. All machine from people have graded finish. Lord Ample side people have graded finish. Now you put a quota, planning work and people are making finish. And people are making finish, so I'm road from people are making. So now people are two committee 1 million road.
He also announced that a major electricity project from Kindeng through to Tiki, which will extend to Baya, has already been started at a cost of 12 million kina, which was allocated by the Western Highlands provincial government.
Project long Kindeng, Kamlo Kondopina, and the Kamgo Loye Kolo Tiki and Kolo Baya, and costing me 12 million. All of something makes it finish. Better start. Only walk it come now.
Governor Napa also announced that 2 TVET schools, one at Moga Krali, costing 3 million kina, is already operational. The other at Ambaga, also costing 3 million kina, is currently under construction to serve the people of the district. Napa said he will continue to work alongside district members to develop the wider Western Highlands province. Samantha Solomon, National MTV News, Mount Hagen.
Moving to overseas news, the U.S. Navy will begin its blockade of the Strait of Hormuz at midnight tonight Australian Eastern Time, following failed ceasefire talks with Iran over the weekend.
In a social media post, he says, "No one who pays an illegal toll will have safe passage on the high seas. We will also begin destroying the mines the Iranians laid in the straits. Any Iranian who fires at US or at peaceful vessels will be blown to hell." US Central Command has confirmed the move, saying the blockade will be enforced impartially against vessels of all nations entering or departing Iranian ports and coastal areas, including all Iranian ports on the Arabian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. Iran's Revolutionary Guard says the strait remains under its full control and was open for non-military vessels. It said military vessels would get a forceful response. Meanwhile, US Vice President J.D. Vance has returned home after the 21-hour talks failed to produce a deal to end the war. In a phone call with America's Fox News, Donald Trump says the breakdown of negotiations was due to Iran's nuclear ambitions and that US Navy vessels are being brought up.
We didn't get there on the important issue. They want to have nuclear weapons. They're not going to have nuclear weapons. I've been saying that for 30 years. I would never allow that to happen before I was in politics. And that country will not have nuclear weapons.
Tell us what you're trying to accomplish with this blockade, sir.
All out. Yep. It's called all in and all out. There'll be a time when we'll have them all come in and all come out. No, we're just bringing the ships up. We got a lot of ships, so we're bringing them up. We think that numerous countries are going to be helping us with this also, but we're putting on a complete blockade. We're not going to let Iran make money on selling oil to people that they like and not people that they don't like or whatever it is. It's going to be all or none, and that's the way it is. And it'll be, you saw what we did with Venezuela. It'll be something very similar to that, but at a higher level.
Meanwhile, the Israeli government is preparing its defense forces for a renewed conflict with Iran following the collapse of the peace talks.
Well, Israel is pretty pleased that these talks have collapsed. Israeli media are quoting officials saying that they're glad that the US negotiators were tough in these talks and that they didn't result in a deal to end the war. One outlet is reporting that the IDF has been told to prepare for the possibility of a return to fighting with Iran, saying that the war ended too soon and its objectives weren't fully achieved. And it seems like that is the view on Lebanon too, with deadly strikes continuing in the south of the country today. Despite the ceasefire, the death toll there has now exceeded more than 2,000 people. Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu actually visited southern Lebanon today to meet with Israeli Defense Force personnel operating there. It's quite unusual to see an Israeli Prime Minister on Lebanese soil, and this is a clear provocation ahead of peace talks that are planned between Israel and Lebanon in the US this week, aimed at disarming the Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah.
I'm here with the Defence Minister, the IDF Chief of Staff, the Head of Command, the Head of Division, and our reservist troops. There is wonderful spirit here and the ability to fight, and they are fighting well. The war continues, including within the security zone in Lebanon.
In terms of the reaction in Iran to these failed talks, the US says that its biggest sticking point is Iran's refusal to end its nuclear weapons program. But Iranian media is reporting that Iran's biggest concern is the lack of trust it has in America. They say even if they do hand over their enriched uranium, which America is demanding, that they don't trust the US to not just take it and then start bombing them again. So what the Iranians really want are security guarantees. They also want compensation for all the damage done in this war by US and Israeli airstrikes. They say the way to get that is to charge tolls to let ships pass by in the Strait of Hormuz. This is something the US is opposed to, as well as Iran's Gulf neighbours, and is something that could have a huge impact on global trade.
Voters in Hungary have ousted nationalist leader Viktor Orbán after 16 years in power.
It really is a celebration, the celebration of an end of an era, the celebration of a start of an era. Peter Magyar's celebration party is a riot. We were just in amongst the thousands of people who roared with jubilation when it was announced that he would be the next Prime Minister. It ended 16 years of Viktor Orbán rule, a man who's been accused of degrading the country's democracy, limiting the power of the judiciary, as well as restricting LGBTQ rights. People here, you could sense there was an overwhelming feeling that change was in the air. We were out on the polling stations earlier. It was pretty hard to find a Viktor Orbán supporter, and certainly the polls were reflecting that he would lose badly. And when the results started to come in, it was very clear very early on that he would lose in a landslide. And then he came out on stage to concede the election. That's when this place absolutely erupted. You can see the Parliament behind me. That's where Peter Magyar will be sworn in about 4 weeks' time. In terms of the consequences of this election, well, they're enormous. The backers that Viktor Orban had across the world, well, Donald Trump, the US President, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Israeli Prime Minister, Vladimir Putin, the Russian President. And certainly his support within the EU had all but dwindled to nothing because he was seen as someone who was perhaps pushing Russia's strategic agenda as well as hindering Ukraine's war effort. And as a result of the way he'd run the country here in Hungary, the EU had withheld billions of dollars, which had certainly had a significant adverse effect on Hungary's economy. In his speech to the thousands of adoring voters just earlier, Peter Magyar said that he would bring Hungary back into the European fold as well as establish a more transparent government. But interesting to note, he's a former Orban ally. He is treated with some suspicion. So, as you can see, a lot of excitement. There we are. But will it be more of the same? Or will he be able to deliver on the promise of change?
National MTV News continues after the break with Rokai Sports. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Ready for the world. So is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go. Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Enhance your lifestyle with Telecom TV. Live stream movies, videos, news, and documentaries on the cheapest TV channel. Offer on fixed broadband service. Telecom PNG, always there.
House & Home is back in 2026, bringing to you fresh ideas, expert tips for enhancing your home and lifestyle. Plus, we get to explore the outdoors on Out and About, staying active with health and fitness, and so much more. House & Home new season returns April 14th, 2026 on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Roadblock Sports.
Welcome to Troca Sports. The Port Moresby Soccer Association has highlighted that the selection list for the under-19 girls team for the OFC regional qualifiers will be announced in a few weeks' time.
The association also provided an update over the weekend on the selection process for the PNG under-19 women's team.
This morning, we played at one play. Trials blow our PMSA under-19 selection team, which they've been scouted by the PNGFA selectors. So hopefully in a week's time, by all announcing the ones who have been selected for today's trial between a PMSA gold and a PMSA red.
PMSA Games Coordinator Peter Matthew clarified that the selected players will have the opportunity to team up with other talented players to form the under-19 women's team for the OFC regional qualifiers.
So these all selected players will team up with the other MA players to make up the PNG team for the under-19 OFC regional qualifiers. This is other updates below this weekend's matches.
Charlie Dumavi, Troca Sports.
Troca Sports continue after the break. Stay with us.
Troca Sports.
Chicken kebab saja na? Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family. Living each day, knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Start your journey with Telecom. Stay online, informed, and in control from departure to destination. Maintain your connections wherever you are. Introducing Want to Travel eSIM, the all-in-one eSIM app available in over 150 countries. With instant activation, affordable no-contract data plans worldwide, high-speed internet, and multi-language support. Download Want to Travel eSIM app on your App Store for iPhone and Play Store for Android devices. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Central Province is our home.
The tides of the Coral Sea are our heartbeat. From the coast to the mountains.
Traditions pass generation to generation.
The sea and our gardens sustain us.
Our songs carry our legends through time.
Our home is Central Province. Our nation is Papua New Guinea.
This Mother's Day, don't just give her a gift, give her a dream. Mother's Day 44,000 kina instant cash giveaway. United Finance is giving away 44,000 kina cash prize to celebrate the amazing moms in our life. Promotion ends on the 7th of May and winners will be drawn on the 8th of May. To enter, submit your personal loan applications now at any United Finance Limited branches. For more information, call 7444-7220 or 325-1290. Make her day special. Enter today. Happy Mother's Day.
And you are watching Kids Corner on MTV. The show just for you little adventurers. Get ready for awesome games, fun facts, special guests, loads of love, and not to forget our dress teams for each month. Whether you love to sing, dance, learn new things, or just have a great time, Kids Corner is the place to be. Catch Kids Corner only on MTV.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's alright. Alright with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
You're watching Troca Sports. The ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup East Asia Pacific qualifier has reached its decisive final day at Amini Park, with the Samoa Under-19 cricket team earning the right to represent the East Asia Pacific region at the 2027 ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup after a commanding 58-run victory over Fiji.
Samoa finished at the top of the table unbeaten with a perfect record of 3 wins from 3 matches and secured their place on the world stage.
Preparation for this tournament, it wasn't easy for us. We tried so hard, putting together the girls. And as you know, some of the girls are from New Zealand. We're trying to communicate with them every week to make sure they are on their training. They are all key players. I admire and I acknowledge all of them for their hard work. You know, it's a team sport, and I know all of them donated with this victory today. And also, I want to thank special thanks to our team manager for helping us, looking after the girls every time to make sure that they eat well, they earn well sleep, they have a good rest every night before each game.
Looking ahead, the team highlighted that they will take lessons from this campaign as they prepare for the World Cup.
With our bowling, we need to keep them on that and improve on that. I know that's our strength. Our strength during the whole tournament is our bowling, keeping the girls, make sure that they eat well, all because they need to be in a good figure and for the tournament.
As the proud host of the 2026 ICC Under-19 Women's T20 World Cup EAP qualifier, Cricket PNG and the PNG Under-19 CLS have extended their congratulations to Samoa on their outstanding achievements.
Congratulations to Samoa and all the best in the World Cup. I know they prepared well, they came. That's what they deserve here, so yep, they got to win.
Mimi Pio, Troca Sports.
That ends Troca Sports. 20 Plus Weather Report is next. Stay with us.
Troca Sports. Troca Sports.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Daytech, the largest communication technology solution and services provider in PNG. We have the best brands and huge range of products for students, home users, small and medium business, corporate and enterprises. At Daytech, we have sound business practices and strong affiliations with some of the largest technologies in the world. We offer large range of genuine HP inks and toners at competitive prices with mid-range to high-end printers to suit your environment. Check out our special offers at our retail shops today. Daytech, innovative solutions, value services.
most of the land acquired in the colonial eras has been all fully occupied, and so there is a need to expand beyond the state boundaries to acquire more land.
Join us 7 p.m. tonight on In Focus as we feature discussions on customary land reform in Papua New Guinea.
The territorial area of a certain place comes under the claim domain, but not necessarily precise ownership.
That's on tonight.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Money Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, cloudy periods with rain drizzles. Daru, mostly fine. Kerema, partly cloudy with possible afternoon showers to drizzles. Alotau, cloudy with afternoon showers and thunderstorms. And Popondetta, mostly fine. In the Momasa region, Lay City, partly cloudy with evening possible showers. Medeng, cloudy with evening showers developing. Wewak, partly cloudy with evening showers. And Vanimo, partly cloudy with occasional showers. In the New Guinea Island region, Lorengau, occasional showers to rain, then easing to fine to partly cloudy. Kavieng, widespread heavy rain periods. Kokopo and Rabaul, rain showers and thunderstorms. Kimbe, rain showers and thunderstorms and possible thunderstorms. And Buka, cloudy with occasional rain showers. And in the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, morning fog patches clearing into partly cloudy with possible showers. Goroka, Barnes and Kundiawa, morning fog patches clearing to partly cloudy, then brief afternoon showers. And Benditari and Wabek, morning fog clearing to cloudy periods, then showers.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Monday, the 13th of April 2026. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Golden